It's October 2nd, 2022. A resident's doorbell camera catches 3 men lurking outside his house. All 3 are wearing face masks, as if it's March 21st in the Purge. At a closer look, they are also carrying weapons. It seems they want to rob the owner, or worse, physically harm him. Suddenly, they notice the doorbell camera, and one of the men covers it with his hand. There isn't much to see for a long time, and nobody knows what these men are up to. But momentarily, the hand slips, and all 3 men can be seen on the front porch. It almost seems like they're leaning against the wall or sitting down to avoid being noticed through the peephole. This is when the motion sensors alert the owner that something is happening outside. He tries to find out who is outside at this ungodly hour. You can hear him say hello multiple times. They don't respond, so the owner of the house calls the police. However, once the police arrive, the 3 intruders are not found. The evidence suggests that they were trying to pick the lock while covering the doorbell camera. To this day, their whereabouts and motives upon entering remain unknown. A prank or deadly midnight threat. The Ring camera recording starts with an unknown individual in a scary clown mask who appears to be looking directly at the lens. What's most chilling about this encounter is that this person isn't trying to sneak around. A second later, they wave directly at the doorbell camera. If you look closely, you will notice they are holding a dangerous weapon on their shoulder and suddenly use it to bang on the camera. It seems that no one from the home is responding to this horrifying person. Thankfully, they don't torment the house any further, but send one last creepy wave to the camera before leaving. What was this person trying to do? They didn't want to come inside, but surely wanted to leave a message. Sometimes creepy can become dangerous in no time. That's what you can see in this doorbell camera footage. It starts with a man knocking at a front door with a fogged glass front. The owner opens the door, and the man enters saying hello. However, it's obvious the owner hasn't invited him in. You can hear him asking the man to leave.
Good, you need to leave.
When he doesn't, the owner pushes him outside and quickly shuts and locks the door. But the man gets aggressive as he is pushed out and punches the glass in anger.
Goodbye, you.
Thankfully, it doesn't break. However, he is seen standing at the door until the video ends. It's possible the intruder was under the influence of something, but why he would want to enter a random house is a mystery. And why doesn't he leave after the owner forces him out the door? Regardless, one could only imagine what could have happened if the owner wasn't strong enough to deal with this strange intruder. This footage will make you look back twice before you enter your home late at night. This doorbell footage is from a TikTok video to warn people about strangers lurking near their homes. It shows a woman and her son entering their home, arguing like any typical family, but they don't know the tragedy a second's delay could cause them. The woman is heard asking her son to shower as they enter their home. Everything seems okay, but the doorbell camera catches a man walking towards their home when they close the door behind them. And he isn't just passing by, he is on a disturbing mission. He reaches the recently closed and thankfully locked front door and tries to open it. This alerts the mother, and she looks from inside the house. She doesn't recognize the man. He is an intruder, so she yells at him to leave.
Who is that? Get out of here!
He steps back but still stands there. He keeps staring at the door, and his eyes are eerily expressionless. Eventually, the woman calls the police, and like all the other cases, it is like he was never there, but the doorbell camera caught him. It's possible he may have stalked the family back home, or maybe he was already waiting for them there. Either way, his actions would be unsettling to anyone. This doorbell camera footage was taken at 1:13 in the morning. It shows a man in a hoodie lurking around a person's home before he climbs over the wall and enters the front yard. It becomes noticeable that he is wearing a mask to cover his face. He is definitely not welcome if he is hiding his face like that. What could be his sinister intentions to sneak around the property like this? The idea becomes clearer when the footage shows that he is holding what looks like a chainsaw in his hand. It seems this man man was not here for a prank, but the moment the house owners find out, they tell him to leave their yard because the police are coming.
Get the out of my yard, now. Cops are coming.
That's when he leaves the chainsaw and rushes out of the property. What if the owners hadn't woken up to scare him away? Would these people still be alive to upload this video the next day? The outcome is anyone's best guess. This video isn't just creepy, it's also violent. It starts with two men getting out of their car in front of the house and approaching the property. One man starts kicking at the door aggressively. They know the loud thuds could wake the neighbors, so the man kicking the door tries to hurry. Next, his friend starts joining him in the kicking, but they suddenly stop and run back to their car after failing to break in. Their motives are a mystery, but it could have been a failed robbery attempt. Looking closely, an expensive SUV is parked in front of the house. Maybe that attracted them to break in and rob the place. Or maybe they were just trying to scare the owner. Whatever the reasons, the incident would traumatize whoever was inside the house. This incident happened in Phoenix, Arizona on March 11, 2019. A family caught a strange man approaching their property in the middle of the night. Seeing a stranger in the yard in the middle of the night is a scary event in itself, but it becomes truly horrifying when the intruder has multiple weapons on hand. When he approaches the doorbell camera, he has a disheveled appearance and a sword under his arm. He also has a hammer latched onto his belt and what seems like yet another weapon in his other hand. He then shuffles around the front porch and starts stealing different items. Thankfully, he doesn't try to enter the property, but is strangely undeterred when a car drives by. Once he is done, he leaves the property. But why did he have the sword and the hammer? Was he ready to take lives if the owners interrupted his midnight scavenger hunt? Or did he find these items outside other homes and pick them up along the way? The strange occurrence and footage was reported to the police, but this man was never found, and his intentions remain unknown. It's the middle of the night, and everything seems normal until a man in a hoodie and leather jacket walks up to the front door. He then proceeds to unlock the front door. Since it is locked, he isn't successful, but he doesn't give up and tries the same on the back door. It looks like he almost succeeds. However, the homeowner wakes up and calls out through the speaker. He asks the creepy man what he needs.
Hey, what do you need?
He asks him again what he is doing. The man replies,
Sorry, I didn't mean to run into your house.
"Sorry, I didn't mean to run into your house." Then he runs away, realizing he has been caught. But why was this man so desperate to enter a stranger's house? Perhaps he could be a thief or even a serial burglar. The incident wasn't reported to the police, so what this man intended to do is still a mystery to this day.